I guess I am live. Hello, everybody, and thank you for joining me today or tonight. Today, I don't know. Should be daytime for me. Well, it is daytime for me, and should be evening for some of you guys. Welcome to Living Abroad. In today's live stream, we're going to talk about dating a Thai girl, the Thailand pass, and of course, my new channel related to news and solely news, where I'm going to shift all the news content to that channel eventually. Now, if this is your first time to the channel, if this is your first time seeing my face, my name is Alex. I'm from Canada. I'm here today, or I'm here just traveling different countries and providing some feedback, some information for people that want to travel, and basically showing what life is like living abroad. Now, with all that being said, if you guys take a quick second, please let me know if you can hear me and see me in the comment section. I just finished eating some leftover Indian food, which was great, delicious. So, yeah, let me know if you can hear me and see me. Now, I did this live stream last night, Bangkok time, Thailand time, but I wanted to come here in case some of the viewers didn't get a chance to participate. Some of my subscribers that are really dedicated to living abroad. So I wanted to give you guys an opportunity to share your thoughts as well. Thomas is in the house as always. Thank you. Welcome back, Thomas. Catching you on both ends of the day. Yeah, I noticed. So Thomas was here last night. Can hear me loud and clear. And once again, Thomas is back this morning, Thailand time, to give us his thoughts on the matters at hand. Let me have a sip of this drink, and as people start to roll in, we'll answer some questions regarding the thumbnail, of course, about dating and Thai pass and news. So bear with me a second. So last night when I did the same stream, Palm, who is a Thai girl I met here in Thailand, was with me. Palm and I have been kind of seeing each other for the past month, and she really gave some insight about dating in Thailand and what girls might think of foreign men. So I'll kind of do a recap of that soon. And guys, feel free to ask any questions regarding the matter or anything you want to talk about, and let me know. Just ask your questions. Feel free. Don't be shy. This is for everybody. And as the minutes go on, more people will join and we'll have a nice conversation going here. As usual, let me know where you're from, what city you're in, and what's the weather like. I know it's crazy cold in Canada right now. I'm very blessed to be here in Bangkok, Thailand, living a great life with nice weather. After this, I'm going to go hit up the gym quickly and jump in the pool. It's 30 something degrees. And hopefully, if you guys are planning to come to Thailand, things should improve soon. There's lots of rumors and murmurs about restrictions being lifted. Lots of people asking the government to go ahead and remove these restrictions, at least the 5th day PCR test. So let's see how that goes. Hopefully by Wednesday, we're going to find out. Oh, look, TNB is back in the house. TNB says, hello, I appreciate the help with the paperwork. Oh, yeah, guys. So I helped TNB get his Thai pass. And if you guys want the same thing, if you need some help, assistance with getting your Thai pass, if you don't know exactly what you need to do, the procedure, all the documents required, all those things, send me an email. I'll be more than happy to help you, like I did to TNB. So let's go ahead and give my email, talknowcanada@gmail. So if you guys don't want to deal with all that headache, send me a message. I'll help you take care of that at a small fee. And I think it's definitely worth the the stress you're not going to have to deal with because I've done so many of these. So I know exactly what the system requires and wants you to have. If you want some services, send me an email to Talk Now Canada or just write me a message or comment on any of the videos that you've seen. All right, so let's get into some other things. As we discussed last night on the same topics, the Thailand government is facing a lot of pressure from different authorities, organizations. We'll see what happens by Wednesday, the 23rd of February. They're going to meet and hopefully give us an answer. Today is also Monday, which usually they have a meeting, a general meeting about the CCSA. I don't know if any news is going to come out from today's meeting, but if it does, definitely tune into the channel to find out. I'll go ahead and post any news regarding those matters soon. Is there a mute button on this thing so I can cough? Yeah, that's it. So, guys, only 3 people, 4 people. I'm surprised there were more people during the day or my night last night than there are in the evening. TNB, where do you live? Which city are you from? I know. Let the viewers know where you're from and how's the weather in your city before we get into the dating topic. I want to talk about those things when we have some more viewers, right? So some more people watching it, some more people can have the answers and interested comments and topics that people are going to talk about. So let's give it a few more minutes before we dive into dating. Oh, my hometown, of course. The TNB is from Toronto. And right now, Toronto, actually, if you guys don't know, the Freedom Convoy, the whole trucker thing is happening in Canada too, right? So, um, people that are driving within the US and Canada with their trucks, they don't want to be vaccinated, the truck drivers. It's about 10% of them. But this movement became a lot bigger, and many people are just fed up with the COVID restrictions and they want this all to end. So they're marching around or driving into Ottawa across the Parliament House and protesting. Oh, Canada too is cold. Yeah, of course. Oh, Sam Seats in the house. Sam Seats Fernandez. Hi, Alex. Greetings from Bangalore. Bangalore, India. Keep up the good work. Thanks, bro. Actually, I've never been to India. I did go to India when I was a youngin, but I can't remember too many things. But I just had some Indian food, as I was saying earlier, some leftovers from last night. Delicious. I can't wait to visit India in the future. I just don't know where to start. You know, India is so big, such a big country with so much history. I would have no clue or idea of where to start um, traveling India and how long I should spend. I wouldn't even know. So it would be nice to make an Indian friend like TNB. I know he's from India originally. TNB and I might hit up India at some point in the future, do some sort of travel thing. And guys, if you're coming to Bangkok, I'm in Bangkok right now for at least another month. If you guys want to grab a coffee or dinner or something and talk about anything, maybe I can set up some sort of meetup with a bunch of the subscribers that want to get together, and it'll be fun, right? So you guys can join me on that. Thomas says, I read 3012 news article of Bangkok setting up 30,000 Wi-Fi hotspots in public Wi-Fi readily available if one doesn't have local SIM account. So yeah, there are lots of options for public Wi-Fi. Lots of cafes and restaurants such as McDonald's, like all the fast food chains, all the malls have Wi-Fi. But Thomas, I wouldn't worry about the internet stuff. SIM cards here are very easily and affordably attainable. So you can, like we said earlier yesterday, you can get a SIM card, unlimited data for only 300 baht for a month. So you can walk into any convenience store, any 7-Eleven, any kiosk they have, and buy yourself a SIM card with lots of data. Running out of internet should not be an issue for you in Thailand, and more than like many people will be more than happy to help you try to get data on your phone or find a hotspot. So hotspot locations are very easily available in Thailand, based on my experience. Thomas, so that's that. Summit says you are welcome to India, brother. Need any info about India? What the hell is that? Somebody either farting or drilling something up there. I'll be happy to share. Thanks, Summit. So when I'm ready, I'll definitely send you a message. India is a wonderful place, and I can't wait to visit and eat some authentic Indian food, some street food. I want to see all the different beautiful places, all the history and temples and architecture from ancient times. The other point of this, what do you call it, live stream, guys. So as I've mentioned several times by now, if you haven't heard, I'm doing a news channel only. I posted a link and pinned the message. So take a second, subscribe to that channel if you haven't done so already, where I'm going to bring you guys daily content about travel, Thai news, and things like that. Now let's get into the Thai dating part of things, the exciting part. Oh, by the way, let me know how noisy is that sound. Can you guys hear that drilling, or is that just me? Because someone's drilling upstairs, and I don't know how annoying that is for you guys. Okay, dating a Thai girl. So dating in Thailand is just like any other country, to be honest, right? So you have to kind of understand your requirements or your needs and wants and what you want from a relationship per se. If that's basically if you're single and you want to start dating people in Thailand, the easiest way to meet people these days, of course, is online through dating applications. And once you meet a girl that suits your requirements and things that you want to like achieve through a relationship, the rest is pretty easy. There's nothing too specific about dating a Thai girl. We'll talk about that in a second. But TNB says, tell us about your dating experience in Thailand compared to Canada. Oh, yeah, so good question, TNB. Dating in Thailand, I think, is much simpler for men. Men seem to have a lot more respect here compared to Canada, generally speaking. I think Thai girls are a lot more submissive, they're more caring, considerate. They do a lot more for you in a relationship or even on a date than people in Canada. So I'll tell you guys a story. I was on a date with a Thai girl one time, and I'm sitting across from her, and dinner came, and the waitress brought a couple bottles of water, and I didn't think much of it. And she also brought two cups. So I'm sitting there just talking to this Thai girl, and she reaches over, opens up my bottle, and pours my water for me. And my mind was blown. I'm like, what? People do this? Like, I've never felt so much love from somebody that I just met and so much caring. I could never imagine a Canadian girl will go out of her way to open your bottle of water and pour water for you. Such a simple thing, but that kind of tells you their mentality here compared to the West or Canada and the US at least. I think Canadian girls and US girls have a lot of their heads are filled a little bit with all the online comments and praise they get from like thirsty boys or teenagers, so they think maybe real life is just like that. So I think in Thailand, people are much more real and more authentic, genuine, considerate, and friendly for sure. Okay, perfect, Thomas. He tells me that I'm still loud above that noise. I'm glad to hear. So TNB says, is dating easier in Thailand or in Toronto? Guys, so it's no, we're losing more people. Where is everybody? I'll give this another 30 minutes. If nobody shows up, we'll end the stream. Um, oh, MT's back in the house. Let's go back to TNB's question. Is dating easier in Thailand compared to Toronto? Yes, definitely. Dating in Thailand is much easier because, let me tell you guys, let's be honest. So, first of all, if you're coming from the West, you already have this this exciting thing about yourself. So people know that you're here from a different country and people are curious. Also, you speak English, right? Most likely. So people are much more open to speaking to English speakers. And also, I think of it this way, you're just something new, right? For example, if like I go to a different place, I want to experience new things. And it's the same thing with relationships. Some girls just want to experience a date with a foreign person to see what that's all about, whether our personalities are similar to Thai men and things like that. So dating here is a lot easier than in Canada because I think first of all, culturally speaking, women are just not as aggressive as girls in Canada. I guess in Thailand, they're more submissive, they're more passive, they're more open minded, and you can pretty much like make decisions without having to worry too much about making everybody happy. Or I don't know, it's just a lot easier being here. I'm kind of rambling on, but it's definitely easier. Um, MT says they will serve their men in so many ways and makes me want to do in return. Yeah, that's what happens. So Thai girls will actually like do things for you, and then you obviously feel good about that and want to do things back for them, right? So every time I get up to do something, for example, should want to help as well. I'm like, no, sit down, I can do it, and like you don't have to ask some Thai girls to do anything. So if there's something going on at home, they'll take care of it. You don't have to tell them to do something. If there are dishes in the sink, they'll wash it without having to be asked. Or like, of course, as a man, you do your part too. But I think it's a lot more Yeah, I think the gender roles are a little bit more defined here. So women will do a lot more things that in the past women would do that they continue doing these days. Um, what was the worst date you've had in both countries? The worst date I had in Canada, one time I went to see a girl at a coffee date at Tim Hortons, if you guys know what that's all about. So I go to Tim Hortons and I meet this girl just to have a coffee and talk to her. And this girl brings her baby, which is fine. First of all, I didn't know she had a baby. So she brings her baby and another man. I'm like, who's this guy? She's like, oh, that's my husband. I'm like, what? She's like, oh, that's my ex-husband. That's my baby daddy. So now I had to have a conversation with both the girl, the baby, and the other guy that was randomly sitting across from me. I've never drank coffee so fast and got out of there. So that's my worst date in Toronto. The worst date in Thailand. I guess one time I was supposed to meet a girl and she turned out to be bald. She came to the date just with no hair, and it just really surprised me and shocked me. Aside from that, there isn't a bad date because I haven't had too much experience here dating people. I met Palm early on, so we've been kind of hanging out since then. But yeah, that's the worst date I can think of in Thailand. What else have we got here? They will serve the men. Okay, okay. Guys, I'm a little bit tired still. I just woke up a couple hours ago. It takes me a long time to wake up in the AM. Um, what else we got? So Empty says, I've been told Western men are romantic. Yeah, so I guess Western men are romantic compared to Thai men. Thai men seem to have this, from what I hear, generally a bad attitude. They don't respect or like are too romantic towards their the ladies here, and I think that's why so many ladies do want Western men or watch these K-pop, K-drama shows because in those TV shows, of course, you see a lot of like exaggerated love and romantic scenes, and I think every girl here wants that because they don't have it, and we always want what we don't have. So that makes sense. TNB says, I recall you mentioned you were in the Philippines. Can you share your experience? And my experience dating in the Philippines. Yeah, so the Philippines is another great place to be. And the good thing about the Philippines dating scene is that they speak English, right? So if you're coming from an English speaking country and you're in the Philippines, you get to connect with with people on a much deeper level, right? So since most 90% of Filipinos speak English, it's a lot easier to communicate, a lot easier to get your point across and just express yourself. And I think dating in the Philippines might even be easier than dating here in Thailand. So, and just the language barrier alone. And aside from that, nothing dating specifically that's different, but I think the Philippines is even easier than Thailand. Um, Thomas asks Alex, like other Asian capitals, seems everyone on the street is under 30, 35. Do you ever see stylish Thai women over 40 out the Western guys? Hey, that's a great question, Thomas. The thing I think most people got to realize is that most of the time, as foreigners, when we visit places, they tend to be either touristic places or places that are like shopping malls or like places that maybe a working person may not be hanging around during the day. Let's say. So there are many Thai professionals, women in their 30s, 40s, very successful and like wholesome women here. If we just and but the problem with those is they would probably just be friendly to you, but since they don't know you and they're not after your money or anything, they may not be as interested in you or get to know you. Of course, if you meet naturally, organically, or through a friend, it's much easier. But yes, there are many women here who are very career driven. They drive nice cars. They go to work. They're probably more wealthy than I am or you are. Who knows, right? But they're very yeah. There's a nice like I guess variety, I should say. It's so weird talking about women like that, but definitely the different like types of women here that are working class women that have good lives, and if you get to meet one of those, and that's the type of person you might want to be with, of course. But yeah, there's definitely a bunch of them, like a lot of them. I even see them in my condo. I always see them in the morning going to work. They're very friendly. I say hello to them. But yeah, for sure. And it's so hard to tell these days since Asians tend to look younger, and now they're wearing masks, so it's even more difficult to tell who's who and how old they are. Um, TNB, sorry about all the questions, and genuinely interested and excited about my trip. Hopefully, we can meet. Yeah, TNB, let's meet. Let's do have like a meetup. Whenever you get here, let me know. We'll grab a coffee. We'll go out to eat. I'll show you some things around here. I hope your trip is successful. And now that I got your Thai pass, I hope you can make it here soon. And TNB says, "What was the oldest lady you ever dated?" The oldest lady I've dated, I don't know, like 19. I'm joking. I don't know, the oldest lady I've dated. Okay, one time, a long time ago when I was in high school, I dated a girl that had a daughter my age at the time. So maybe she would have been 36 and I was like 18. I just kind of went on a date with her. I don't think any of us knew it was a date. I don't know how we met, but oh, here's a funny story. So we drove to Tim Hortons again because I'm a cheap guy like that, and it was snowing, and she was driving ahead of me, and I was driving behind her. I guess I got a little too excited, so when she braked, I hit her from with my car, the back of her car, and luckily it wasn't so hard, so it was so embarrassing. I hit this lady with my car that I was supposed to go on a date with. How funny is that? Um, what else do we got here? TNB said, "Would you say hostels are a good place to meet foreign women?" I think hostels are probably the best place to meet foreign women. People in hostels are already like travel minded people like you and I. So they're open to meeting anybody, right? They're open to experiencing things, meeting people, and having like a genuine connection, people. So it's a lot easier to approach people in hostels. Everybody knows you're a traveler. Everybody knows you're not like from this country, probably. So just mindset wise, it's so much easier to meet people at a hostel. It's a great place to be. Even if you don't stay at a hostel, I highly recommend you go visit a hostel, have lunch, have coffee, have dinner, and that way you can basically mingle with all the people that are staying there, right? So hostels are a perfect place to meet people and foreign people and travelers for sure. TNB says that. What else do we got here? Thomas says networking and wine bars. Yeah, perfect. That's the thing, guys. If you want to like meet genuine people that maybe not after your money or like freelance girls, bar girls, or like prostitutes. There's lots of those here, of course. We all know based off everything that's online. I'm sure that's not the only channel talking about dating women. So if you want to meet authentic women, definitely go to meetups like language exchange meetups or coffee exchange or coffee meetups or like cafes. Put yourself in these kind of local groups of activities. It's a perfect place to meet other people because the whole dating thing is out of the equation, and you're actually getting to meet somebody on like a personal level, on like a more deeper level. And if the connection is there, then going to the next stage of the relationship is much easier than meeting somebody online through a dating app or something. Hey, Indianapolis, good morning to you. I'm glad you're back online. And TNB says, as a Pakistani fella, do you find people are racist towards you? Well, I'm not from Pakistan, but I can see why you might think I might be from Pakistan. People here are not as racist to me as I once felt. Like years ago when I came, I think at that time there was lots of uh, terrorism things happening that was really, I guess, highlighted in the media here in Thailand. I felt a little bit more racism towards me then. But these days in Thailand, I don't feel that at all. I don't feel racism as much as I felt in Turkey or in Georgia, right? So not so much here. Um, Indianapolis says my girlfriend is from the Philippines. She's a Filipina. I wish I met her before. This year, I'm going to marry her. Damn, Indianapolis is gonna marry his Filipino girlfriend. Good for you, bro. Yeah, Philippines is an amazing place with amazing people, and yeah, highly recommend. Filipinos are very family oriented as well, and so they can provide all like the necessary things in a relationship without like having a headache. That's it, guys. I'm a little bit surprised, to be honest. Only five people watching this right now because I assumed most of the viewers are from the West, like Canada and the U.S. And I think it's about 10:30 p.m. at night. People trying to, wrap up their day, and I thought I'd be on here. I don't care. I'm not disappointed, but just genuinely surprised that we had more viewers during the morning times in the West than we do in the evening times. Who knows? I'm really trying to understand my subscribers' age groups and demographic, see how old they are and what time their schedules are, so I can release videos based off their schedule. TNB says Philippine girls versus Thai girls, which and why? Ha! Very good. Hmm. 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 That's a good question. So they're Philippines versus Thai girls. Filipino girls, I think the biggest flex they got is the language. Of course, Thai girls speak English too, but generally speaking, since Filipinos speak more and better English, it's a little easier in that sense. But I find Thai girls to be a little bit more genuine, maybe in a way. So if they're in a relationship, they're really in it to be in a relationship, and they actually want you. I don't know. Honestly, it's a very good question. I don't know. I don't have any answers for that, and I've had people on both sides that are gonna be mad at me, so I'm not gonna say anything about that. But let's just say they're equal right now. Um, that's it. Guys, what are your thoughts about Thailand in general? If you're planning to come here, has anything changed for you recently? Do you think all this like Thai pass stuff is like hindering your travels, or do you not care and you just want to come here under any circumstance? Let me know. Thomas says Sunday nights in North America. Maybe you're competing with laundry and Netflix. Yeah, you're right. Maybe you're right, right? So I think many of my viewers tune in the AM, so 6 a.m. Western time, just because I think before they go to work, they might see what the news is about Thailand. So I think a lot of my views are coming that way. And TNB says breaded wings or non-breaded. TNB is asking so many good questions. I personally like breaded wings because they just give you more like what do you call it, content per bite. I don't either way you get more with every bite from a breaded wing. Plus, I think the breaded wings really absorb the flavor of the sauces. But I think a good, you know, non-breaded chicken wing is also delicious. Like St. Louis, I love those. They're not breaded, but they're really soaked into that flavor and they're baked. Um, Indianapolis says he's just waiting for the fifth day PCR test to be lifted. Indianapolis, things are looking positive. Hopefully by Wednesday the 23rd, we have some sort of information on that PCR test being removed, especially for the fifth day. As soon as I hear something, I'll let you guys know. Which brings me to a good time to shill my own channel once again, guys. So where is my thing here? Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you haven't subscribed to the news only channel, please do so. This is the link. Actually, I don't know why I can't copy the link. Anyways, I pinned it to the thing. You guys can take a look. All right, so we got 6 more minutes, then we can end the stream because not too many people on here. We've already talked about these things with the people that are already in this chat, like Thomas, Indianapo, TND was here last night, of course. I keep my phone. Yeah, Submit's here today from Bangalore. Nothing going on. Thai girls. Yeah, I don't know. TNB, have you been to Thailand before? And what do you think of Thai girls? Or has anybody dated a Thai person? Indianapolis, subscribe. Thanks, Indianapolis. Appreciate it. Um, Yeah, let me know your thoughts, guys. Have you dated a Thai girl? Are you interested in dating a Thai girl? And what do you think they might be like? Maybe tell me your thoughts about the matter. I'm interested. Yeah. So, um, it's kind of weird not having Palm here. She was really contributing yesterday with her thoughts on Thai girls. So if you guys want to check out the first part of this live stream, you can see her thoughts and actual Thai girl's opinion about dating. TNB says, yes, it's such a hassle going to on vacation right now. Is Vietnam opening up without the hassle? Yes, they are. TNB Vietnam should be opening up March 15th without many restrictions. As of right now, I think all you need is a PCR test before you go to Vietnam, which would be another very interesting alternative for compared to Thailand. Nobody wants to deal with the hassles. It's bad enough they have to take a test before coming here, and then having to take a test on arrival and then another test on the fifth day. Thailand is much of a hassle right now. I wouldn't suggest coming here unless you have more than 3 weeks or want to stay here long term. TNB again says, I have been before and I find girls don't like brown men like me. Huh. I think you should change the girls you're hanging around with. Women that don't like you for your skin color, it's not the type of woman you want to be around, anyways. Of course, Thailand, just like many Asian countries, are a little bit fascinated by the Western skin tone because everything they use is like has skin whitening in it. They don't want to be tan. They carry umbrellas in the sun. In Asia, Thailand and the Philippines, and I'm sure many in Korea and China, of course. The whiter you are, the more desirable you are. So people try to change the skin color here often, which I find ironic since in the West we go tanning to get better skin color, and people love to have a tan. It's kind of funny to me how Asians want to be like whiter, but white people want to be darker, and us brown people in the middle, we get shafted according to TNB. They call me monkey because I'm hairy. Make me sad. Well, TNB, I suggest maybe waxing your body, perhaps shaving it, maybe plucking it, whatever. And who cares what they think about your body as long as you're happy with it? Be the monkey that you are. Eat a banana, whatever. Throw it back in their face. Yeah, so that's it, guys. Vietnam's opening up. 6 people on the stream. Quite surprising to me. But that just shows, I guess, that, oh, Valley is here. Advice from Thai American lady. Be careful, my friend. Hope you got one from the church, not the bar. Hey, good advice. I did not meet my Thai lady from a bar. But yes, I think those are. I think everybody knows. It's just a matter of whether people care or not. So people don't care about bar girls and they just want to have a good time. They know what's up. They know this like newly person is not interested in you as a person. They're interested in your wallet, and it's like a business transaction, right? You pay for your time, and that's it. Um, don't lose your hope, says Indian Napo to TNB. Something better is waiting for you. And TNB says, thank you, my Indian friend. I wonder where our Serbian friends are. Do we have anybody here from Serbia or like Bosnia or Croatia? Or are they playing Call of Duty? Who knows? Okay, guys, so that's it. I mean, everything was discussed yesterday. Everybody that's on here is mostly from yesterday anyway, so I don't want to waste you guys' time. If you have any final questions, thoughts, concerns, let me know. Later on today, I'm going to release a couple news videos again because I think they're meeting the CCSA. They're supposed to meet Wednesday, so I don't know why they changed the date because usually it's Monday, Friday. We'll see. If anything comes up, I'll share it with you guys. If not, then I'm going to post a video about finding a random airplane and escaping like a military campground in Hua Hin that I went last week. TNB says, I hear Korean girls very friendly. Alex, any plans of going there? Yes, I do plan to go to Korea. I plan to go to Japan as well. Not right now due to all the restrictions and, of course, COVID and quarantine and all that. Eventually, I'll definitely go to Korea and Japan. I'm not sure how long I'll stay there, but yes, I definitely plan to visit. Both places are amazing, even just like obviously the nature and the culture. I don't know. I don't have a good impression from Korean culture based off their high standards in beauty and their emphasis on looking good. I don't think I belong in that society. But, I can't generalize the whole country based off of some K-pop, K-dramas and stuff like that. So let's see. And Japan, I've always been curious because all the colors and the anime, of course, Japanese food has been interesting. Um, that's it, guys. So 8 people watching this. Thank you guys for joining. If this is the first time to the channel, we're talking about dating Thai women, Thailand Pass, and my new news channel. TNB said maybe Korean girls don't call me hairy monkey. Yeah, maybe they don't. Maybe Korean girls will call you gorilla instead. Thomas says, I'm dying to try McD's fried chicken you went off on once, hoping it's as good as I recall in Indonesia. I'm arriving next weekend with a girlfriend a few days after. We both enjoy hooking up with you and Palm. Hey, Thomas, that's a great idea, man. Let me know when you're in town. We'll go get some McDonald's and maybe we could do some shabu, which is our other favorite type of meal here. So, yeah, McDonald's here is delicious. Crispy chicken, flavorful chicken, spicy chicken, and it's freshly made usually. It's not been sitting there for hours like in the West. And yeah, Thomas, let us know. We'll definitely hang out. We'll get some food and we'll talk. And I'm sure you and your girlfriend are lovely people. So, yeah, I look forward to it. Let me know when you're in town. Um, Aside from that, let's see. TNB says Thai kanji is delicious. Yes, definitely, especially if you're a senior like TNB. It's very soft and tasty, so that's why TNB likes Thai kanji. Uh, by the way, how's the lighting? I think it's better than last night. I don't know. I'm running out of things to talk about, but I don't want to leave, guys. Now we're getting more and more people rolling in here, just I guess creeping into their beds before um, nighttime, checking out some YouTube. What time is it here? It's almost 11. Okay. Not bad. So it's kind of boring, right? Without Palm, she was really contributing yesterday. I feel like I should call her back, but she's working right now, so and she's not here, so kind of bored without her around. Is she watching this? Palm, are you watching? Are you there? Are you trying to creep on? She kind of keeps track of me, where what I'm doing, where I'm at. Um, yeah. Torito. Guess on what will happen travel restriction. Okay, I'm gonna tell you guys my guess. I think on when okay, let's see how accurate I am. Actually, I don't want to, but anyway, I think at some point, maybe starting March 1st, the first thing that's gonna go is gonna be day 5 testing. I think they're gonna change it to ATK testing instead of PCR testing. But I don't know if they're gonna keep the Shop Plus requirements. It wouldn't make sense, but so hopefully they're gonna drop those two things. Day 5 test and Shop Plus gonna be removed. You're still gonna be required to do everything else the same as Thai Pass, which means obviously a PCR test before you arrive to be fully vaccinated, have insurance, have a Shop Plus hotel, and they're still gonna require you to have PCR test on the first date, but I think they might remove day 5 testing by March 1st and then slowly ease restrictions following March 1st. That's my opinion, but honestly, I would not be surprised if Thai government decides to do either which way, to either continue keeping the same measures or just drop everything. I don't think that's going to happen because the Prime Minister recently requested all agencies to improve the Thailand Pass system. They want them to go ahead and make it faster for approvals and also to add like a live chat feature. So I don't think they're gonna go ahead and invest into all those and simply just remove the Thai Pass. That's just my opinion, and I think there's too much money to be made from the Shop Plus hotels, hospitalizations, the PCR testing, and this way the government can have a control over where the money's going to be spent. But those are just my opinions. Let's see what happens by Wednesday the 23rd. Um, have you tried balut in the Philippines? Nah, that's disgusting. I'm not gonna eat a half hatched baby bird from an egg. If you guys don't know what balut is, don't look it up. Sorry, not to be rude, but there's some things you just shouldn't be eating, in my opinion. Actually, yeah, that's it. Indianapolis says, actually, you are missing her. Maybe, kind of bored. TNB says, any hints on what you write on dating profile to get numerous dates? I might, honestly, mm, I don't know. I don't have a dating profile, so. But yeah, I'll be honest. So if you guys want to get dates online, what you need to write on your dating profile is simple. Basically, let people know you're not Thai, so people have somewhat of interest in you, where you're coming from, and basically that's it. Just say you only speak English, so people don't try to speak to you in other languages, and maybe mention like how long you'll be here. Women are interested in knowing whether they should commit to you if you're going to be here for 2 weeks or like 2 years, right? So some things like that. Um, Jay Torito says flights seem very expensive. Yeah, they are because people know that if you're coming to Thailand, you're either very desperate for like a vacation, so you need to get away from your job or whatever, or you have family or business to take care of. It's just a supply and demand, right? So they know how to price these things. They know if you're willing to like come to Thailand, you might be okay spending a couple hundred extra than you would normally. They are very expensive, I agree. And Thomas says, would ATK be self-tested, self-reporting? Yes, most likely. So if the ATK comes back, I think they're gonna do the same thing as they did pre-December or pre-January, where you can do the ATK testing at home by yourself and simply email or upload the results to whichever website that they decide at the time, or to upload the results on the More China app. The app is completely useless. I don't know why they even made it, but yeah, those are just my guesses. Because if it was reporting and doing an ATK test at a facility, it kind of defeats the purpose of making things easier. People want to come to this country without hassle, especially with the neighboring countries being so open to like removing restrictions. Thailand needs to like kind of get on board with that because this Omicron variant isn't as serious as the previous ones. Although many infections, the death rates are relatively low. Of course, any death is horrible, but compared to before. So let's see how the government responds. And they're not even at 50% capacity when it comes to hospitalization. So we'll see how they do it and what they do. And TNB said, if you would live anywhere for 1 year, where would you be? Oh, okay. Hmm. If I could live anywhere for 1 year, where would it be? That's a good question. Depends on my budget, my way of life. If it was right now for 1 year, hmm, maybe I'd want to go somewhere I haven't been yet. Maybe somewhere like Sri Lanka, India, or China. I know they're very different places, but I think all those places have so much to offer. And a year would be a very long time to properly explore a place like India or China because it's so big and so much history and so much culture. And like, although I don't agree with a lot of Chinese politics, it's still, we can't deny the fact that they have so many great things there as far as like history and food and all those things goes. But yeah, maybe India or China would be where I'll spend a year living just because there's so much to do and so much to cover and so much to see for sure. Yeah. So 9 people on the stream, guys. Take a quick second to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and channels if you haven't done so already. But I know all you guys are subscribers, so I'm not worried about that. And yeah, who knows? Maybe I can be in a position where I can quit all my jobs full time and simply make YouTube videos, share with you guys, and be in a position one day where I can invite all of you guys for like a party somewhere and fly you guys out to like an island and we'll have like a big boat party or something for a week. And Indianapolis, TNB, Thomas and Jay Torito now can be every guy, everybody. Just come on, we'll have a big party. We'll do like a whole dating thing, a Tinder boat party. um, TNB said, "Did you find dating in Turkey easier than Thailand?" Definitely not. Dating in Turkey, dating in Turkey was horrible. I'll tell you guys why in a second. Um, for me, like I said earlier, people that want to date me, for example, would be because either I speak English, I don't look like them, or come from a different country, or they're genuinely interested in like what my story is. The problem with Turkey was, first of all, I look Turkish, but I'm not Turkish, so I don't speak it. So people try talking to me Turkish, I don't speak Turkish. Secondly, right now, many Turks don't really like Arabs, so I look Arabic, already a negative thing for me. And then people that do speak English, if I try to speak to them in English, they think I'm a Turkish man trying to sell them something or scam them. So they'll be avoiding me too. So I was like basically losing on all 3 fronts. But I was very lucky to meet some lovely people in Turkey. So luckily I was okay. But it was really challenging at the beginning. The Turkish food versus Philippines food and Thai food. Let's just be very clear. Philippines food doesn't even compare. Like unfortunately, the taste is too sweet. The preparation is very quick, and some dishes are lovely, but when I'm talking about on like a whole level, everything, Philippines is third for food. Turkish and Thai food are very, very close first and second. I still cannot decide which one I prefer, but yeah, that's that. So we have someone with a Thai name. I'm sorry, I cannot read your name. How many dates you have been in Thailand? That was a trap question. Who is asking me this? I don't know. I've been on a couple dates, a few dates. Depends what you consider a date. I usually like to meet people for a coffee to see if there's a vibe or something. And from then on, we'll set something up if there's like a connection or if I just want to hang out with that person. But let's just say not too many. and not too few. I'm not gonna give you a number. I'm gonna get in trouble depending on who this person is. Thanks, man. Thomas says I trust I can DM you via your Gmail group meetup. Also sounds good. Yeah, Thomas, send me a message in any form. I'll respond for sure. Probably just the Gmail one. If you guys want some help regarding anything, you guys can Gmail me at talknowcanada. Gmail me. Email me at talknowcanada.com. Um, what else have we got here? Indianapolis, India is like Europe. If you just change states, then local language also has changed. We have small Thailand, which is Gao. Oh, Goa, sorry. Yeah, I've heard of Goa so many times. You're right. India is so big, and I've heard like state to state, everything changes from like a language to even types of food and of course the scenery. Well done, Indianapolis. I'll definitely consider that. MT says, I'm black. My Thai Jeff called. Hmm? I'm black. Oh, you're back. I don't. I thought he said I'm black. No, no. He says MT is back. His Thai girl just called him. That's why he's away for a few minutes. Well, thank you for coming back. Timmy says, what made you decide on Thailand first time you went? Thailand. The first time I went. Okay, so the first time I went to Thailand was like 2012, and I wanted to go to Brazil for the World Cup, but nobody wanted to come or could come due to work. And Thailand, it just seemed so exotic at the time. I never knew anything about Thailand. The only thing I knew about Thailand was the character Sagat from Street Fighter, and I always thought it was cool. And Muay Thai was really like interesting to me, and the food, of course. And that's basically it. I just want to pick a place that was very different from Canada, and Thailand seemed like the perfect place, and I'm glad I came. So TNB says, I hear lots of young females getting BBLs. Is that a thing in Thailand as well? Big black lips? What are you talking about? What is BBL? Bubble butt? TNB. I hear lots of young females getting BBL. Big booty. I don't know what that is. But next question from our Thai friend here. She says, do you like city girls or village girls? I don't. I never think. I don't think I've been with a village girl. I don't know if there's a difference. Is there? I'm sure there is, but I've never. I don't think I've dated a village girl. I've only dated city girls and been on dates with city girls. I assume I'd want. I don't know. I think I'd be curious to see what the differences are. Maybe you can tell us. Um, what are the differences between city girls and village girls? I'll be curious to find out. Oh, TNB says Brazilian butt lift. TNB said, I like my woman like iron board. Too much booty I cannot handle. Well, you, sir, are like the opposite of most men and that want that Brazilian butt lift. Here, I haven't, I'm sure there are many cosmetic surgeries, and Thailand is famous for like its cosmetic industry. Lots of people come here for medical tourism. Um, I have not. Yeah, there are some women here that I'm sure have it, but I see more women wearing padded pants. So they're wearing pants or underwear or shorts that have like fake butt cheeks on it, butt paddings. I've noticed that. That's kind of a what's the word? Catfishing, butt fishing, butt catfishing. Basically, fake booties. And that's it. So this was a very interesting, yet I hope I'm not too boring. It's early. I got no energy, and I'm getting like mad wrinkles out here. What's going on? What? Have you guys like ever looked at yourself, but you haven't seen yourself in like 3 or 4 years in the mirror? Like truly looked at yourself, like who's this guy? Where is he coming from? Is that me? Um, MT says in the states, people would always mention ladyboys here. Yes, because that's very prominent in Thailand. If you go to like a street, clubs, bars, and you can really tell who's over the top, like dressed, um, yeah, scandalously, maybe I should say. And also, you can see their like physical features are not quite what a female would be, even though they look like one. So, lady boys are very common here as well. If you're in like at the bar scene, night scene, clubbing, you see them quite often. Will Rivera says, thanks for the advice. My daughter was born and I'm in the process of fixing her paperwork. Oh, damn. Congratulations, bro. Will, becoming a father. Um, Good for you, bro. Congratulations. I'm not sure if you're the first child and you're in the process of fixing her paperwork. When you say your daughter was born, do you mean she was born in Thailand? I'm curious to know about that. Let me know what that's all about. And yeah, Indianapolis also congratulates you. Um, let's ask TNB. TNB, what's going on? Are you a father, TNB? Do you want to be a father? Let us know. MT says no thanks to the lady boys. Yes, unfortunately, some of us men, not unfortunately, but I think people should understand and respect some men are not that open minded and we're not interested in um, people with both physical features. So if they want us to accept them, they should also accept our feelings towards that stuff and not be offended. Guys, there's 13 people here and I only see 4 likes. So I don't know, is it my face, my attitude? Hit that like button. I don't know if it makes a difference, but I don't like the numbers. Let's even those out. And ask any questions you have, any comments. Tell me about your dating life, your experiences in Thailand. Do you want to date a Thai girl if you've never done it before? Will's in Thailand. Okay, cool, Will. So Will's in Thailand. His daughter was just born. Let's all congratulate Will. I hope that your daughter's healthy and can. I wonder if she's qualified to be a Thai citizen. Let us know what happens with all that. I'm curious. I'm sure many of us are. What happens if you have a baby here in Thailand? Oh, so TNB is a father. All of his kids are over 20 years of age. Cool. So TNB has many children. TNB got some kids over 20. I think many of us are probably parents here. I am not. I have not been privileged enough to be a father, but maybe in the future. Will says, yes, I've asked about extending my visa at the immigration office while in the country. I asked you the question 2 weeks ago. Yeah, yeah, I remember now. Okay. Perfect. Yeah, she's a Thai citizen. Excellent. So, very good, Will. I'm sorry, bro. I talk to so many people. Sometimes I forget, but I'm glad that everything went well and that she's here now and she's a Thai citizen. Very good. So hopefully that allows her to travel easier in the future. Or if you guys plan to live here, I'm not sure. Um, Oh, damn. She's going to be a dual citizen, which is great, and is going to be able to own land in Thailand. If you guys don't know, you can't buy land in Thailand if you're not a citizen. I think you can buy only condos, and only if 60% of them are occupied by Thai citizens. But as far as buying land, now, of course, you have to be a citizen. So I'm glad Will's daughter is going to be able to buy land in the future and is a dual citizen because unlike some countries like Japan, you have to choose citizenship. You can be a dual citizen in Thailand, you're able to be dual citizen. Um, Indianapolis says, I met my soulmate in Thailand. No matter where I would go, Thailand always be a special place into my heart. That's good. So Indianapolis met his soulmate. Pretty strong words. Maybe that's how, Indians are very passionate people based off what I've seen in Bollywood movies. So he met his soulmate in Thailand. It's great. TNB, have you dated single moms? If so, did you find it difficult? Have I dated a single mom? No, I have not. And I'm pretty sure it would be difficult just because finding priority, like, I don't know. Ah, I don't know. I don't know what that would be like. I mean, I guess I have someone to play with. Excuse to go to the park and play soccer. Might be fun actually to play with like a kid, but not be my own kid. Is that bad or good? I don't know. I've never dated a single mom before. Will, thanks, man. No problem. Just came to give you props and everything. Respect, Will. Thank you for sharing the good news. And congratulations once again. As everybody says, good news to be a father and have a Thai baby. Maybe you can buy land in the future. That's it, guys. Okay, you know what? Let's do a full hour. Why not? Let's do this for another 12 minutes. We'll go on. And if you guys want to share your stories, comments, anything like that, let me know. My water is running out, but hey, oh, over here everything's so convenient. You can like order water from 7-Eleven, and it's like cheap, and you don't have to leave your house. Honestly, I could live in this room for a long time. Things are so convenient here, especially like food delivery is so cheap. Groceries you can get delivered so cheap. Anything you want. Bubble tea. Oh damn! I should get some bubble tea. For only $3, you get like 2 big things of bubble tea, and tasty too. MT says people have warned to stay clear of the youngest daughter because they are always indebted to care for their parents. Oh, let me read that again since I can't read apparently. People have warned to stay clear of the youngest daughter because they are always indebted to care for their parents. I see what you mean. So I think MT says to stay away from the youngest daughter because they're always going to be indebted to take care of their parents, which means that it might fall down on your shoulders. Yeah, perhaps. Keep up the good work. I love the. So Will says to keep up the good work. He loves the video advice and first-hand accounts and great content that you've done. The first-hand accounts of traveling around. Yeah, I'm glad to share these information with you guys. Thank you, Will, for appreciating it. And I hope you continue watching my regularly travel content videos, if not the news ones, at least those ones. Indianapolis says 7-Eleven will deliver food in your place or need to go there and buy yourself. Indianapolis, 7-Eleven will deliver the food to your door. They might, like, if you pay through the credit card, they'll just leave it in the front. You don't even have to, like, meet the person. Contactless delivery, right? So 7-Eleven is king in Thailand. You see 7-Elevens everywhere, like, just within, like, meters from each other. And they deliver now, too, which is really convenient if you just want some snacks, some everyday items, some water, some, fruit, juice, whatever you want. MT says, I really don't mind if I had to help support her family some. My girlfriend is the only. Yeah, guys. I mean, if you truly love somebody, then obviously you love their family too. And their family is your family. So you supporting their family is essentially supporting your own family. There's no shame in supporting a family. I mean, it's an admirable thing. And if you're in a position to help an entire family, then why not do so? TNB says, what's one thing about Toronto you miss the most? I want to move abroad, but scared honeymoon phase will wear off. Hmm. Well, it depends what you consider honeymoon. So I don't miss anything aside from my friends and family in Toronto. The weather is cold, cost of living is high, like transportation, like public services, like the TTC is horrible. Transportation through a cab is horrible. Insurance for everything, too much. Everybody plays by the book, right? So simple things can become tiresome just because you might be missing like a signature. Everything in Canada is great if you have a good job and maybe you don't want to travel and if you have a family. But Canada is well structured for like social services, health industry, education, all the things you might need. I think Canada is a perfect place to retire as a senior if you have a good pension and things like that. It's very comfortable, very safe. But what do you mean honeymoon phase? There's nothing honeymoon about me living at a very cheap cost, enjoying delicious foods, going to different beaches, mountains, whatever you want, shopping at some of the biggest malls in the world, going to a cinema where I'm sitting on a couch and I can order a massage and chicken fingers and try delicious popcorn flavors for only a fraction of the cost in the West. Everything's convenient, right? So you can take a Grab, Bolt, Uber. Taxis are only $2 or $3 to get across town. So I don't know what would a honeymoon phase be considered. There's nothing that I miss about Canada aside from my family and friends because life here is just simpler, easier. Like literally today, I might work for 1 hour, have the rest of the day to myself. Like my work day in Thailand is less than my commute was in Toronto alone. Look, I don't know what people are waiting for. Then before you know it, you're going to wake up, you're 45, 50, 60 years old. And if you never traveled, then, you can't turn back time. You can always make money. You can always go back to Canada if something doesn't work out. But you can't go back in time and travel Thailand if it's too late. So stop making excuses, bro, and get into it. Come to Thailand or other countries you want to visit. Uh, So Will says, I've been coming back and forth to Thailand and I married the youngest daughter and actually she's a penny pincher. That's great. So some people actually gonna help you save money, right? Maybe you're just out like spending money carelessly and your new wife or girlfriend's gonna be like, hey, buddy, let's not spend so much money on this or that. MT says, I appreciate the close family ties and wish we had more of it in America. Yeah, that's a great point. MT is right. Sometimes I think American Canadian family values, unless you're an immigrant, kind of goes out the window. There isn't that connection that some Asian countries have. That as soon as you turn 18, you're out the door. I'm going to my own place, kind of thing. In Asia, it's the opposite. Many people still live with their families. Their mothers or fathers are upstairs, downstairs. That sense of small community maybe is not a bad thing. Tammy says, "Have you ever got Thai massage? Was it worth it?" I got a massage one time, like 10 years ago, and I've never laughed so much in my life. I don't know why. I think there was laughing gas in the room. I went with a buddy of mine, and him and I just could not stop laughing. I don't know what happened. They were like, contorting our body, twisting us. I was like giggling like a little schoolgirl. It's the worst or weirdest experience in my life. I don't know. It's awkward to me. But yeah, maybe I'll get another one, try it out. Maybe that one time was weird, but yeah, that's my massage experience in Thailand. Indian Napo says, how we book it? Do they have an app or just need to call them? 7-Eleven has an app, and also you can use Grab, Bolt, Food Panda, Lineman, and Robinhood. These are all applications you simply, let me show you guys. For example, everything here is so easy, convenient, and cheap. So if you simply go on to Grab, I'll show you that now. Grab, grab, grab. Something in my eye. G. Oh, that's not it. So, don't you hate when you can't find the app you're looking for? Anyways, so this is Grab. And you can see up here, well, get out of here. It has like food, mart, transportation. So if you want to order food delivery like McDonald's or Thai food, you click on that. If you want to grab a taxi or something or motorbike to go somewhere, you click on this. And if you want to go to shopping, you simply click on Mart, and it's going to recognize where you are and select some of the closest locations. Or you can simply type in what do you want. You want groceries, you want this and that. If I just put, for example, water, once you type in what you're looking for, and it's going to give you, look at this. You get 6 of these, I don't know, 3-liter, 2-liter bottles for only 55 baht. Oh, it's 2 liters. So 6 of these for only less than $2, and it gets delivered to your home. You click on it simply like that. If you don't want nothing else, you just check out and it comes to your door. Very easy. Okay, so what else have we got here? Will Rivera at Indianapolis, Grab app and Line app. There you go. Thanks, Will. Thomas said, love to see you collaborate with other local bloggers. You mentioned, believe a good way of both parties to add subscribers segments. Yes, Thomas, I have some things in the works right now. I'm just trying to set up some dates and ideas. I would love to collaborate with other people here, and it'll be great to share content. So I'm sure you already have the bell notification on, but turn on the bell notification so you guys can see the videos as soon as they come up. TNB said, if you ever come back, please let me know. I know there's a great Chinese place close to Jane and Finch. I owe you a lot for the help. No problem, TNB. I would love to. When I come back to Toronto, we'll grab some food. I love Chinese food, so see you soon, brosif. Oh, 3 more minutes. I guess we can go longer now. There's 13 people watching this. Cheap clothing and living expenses, bro. Tell them. Even food costs and healthy eats much more accessible. Fresh fruits. Guys, you can get anything you want in Thailand at a fraction of the cost. People that say Thai food is not healthy, well, cook your own food or just order healthier food. I mean, for $9, you can eat all the vegetables, all the tofu, all the healthy things you want at Shabu. So, I mean, you can do anything you want in Thailand for a fraction of the cost. No excuses, guys. Nothing here is. The only problem right now I have with Thailand is just for those that want to come here, it's just a little risky the day 5, the whole COVID thing. And even then, 97% of people statistically have no problem or no issue. So maybe I'm over exaggerating some of the negative things, but I just don't want people coming here and if in case something happens, their whole trip is ruined, their vacation is ruined, and they may be indebted to to pay all the bills if they don't have proper insurance. So don't let the negative things impact your decision on coming to Thailand. Just wait a little bit or figure out a way to avoid the risk, and that's it. TNB, I'm in my 60s now. You're right. Yeah, TNB, you're still young. Why not? Take advantage. Just quit. Come here. Indianapolis says, thanks to Will. MT, day 4 quarantine. I appreciate the live stream to keep me occupied. Are you in Bangkok now? Yes, I am. I am in Bangkok right now. And I think I'm moving this week to a different location, but I'm still in Bangkok. Will says, by the way, the test and go is ridiculous, even to the hotel staff, but everyone has been very accommodating. Yes, of course. Like I said earlier, everybody, 97% of people have no problem. It's just like a small handful of people that do get in trouble, like 183 positive cases the other day. That could be considered a lot of people, but 183 people testing positive having to be quarantined. It does seem like, about 4% of people that are coming here. Um, John Anderson, hello, John. Welcome to the channel. What's your gut feeling about the Thai government reducing travel restrictions? My gut feelings, it'll happen. I think the first thing that's going to go is going to be the PCR testing on day 5, but that's just a random guess based off previous trends and based off who's pushing for what. So AirAsia CEO also is putting his hat in the ring of saying, "Hey, reduce the restrictions." The health ministry has also said, "Yeah, I think it's time we reduce some of it." Tourism Authority wrote an open letter to the Prime Minister, and we had the hotel management group do the same thing. Last time this happened, they brought back test and go when it wasn't a thing. So we'll see. I mean, by Wednesday. So keep tuned. Check out the All News channel if you guys haven't subscribed yet. Hopefully, that'll be released, and I'll give you guys a full briefing on that one by Wednesday. TNB, Will, did Alex help you with paperwork as well? Didn't help Will with his paperwork, but I gave him some advice, I think. If you guys want some help with paperwork, type ass and stuff, you don't want to deal with it, send me an email. MT says, I tested positive upon arrival. Will Rivera, I got to see Jen an hour before they carted me off. That's horrible. MT, I hope things go well for you. MT's tested positive. I hope he has proper insurance, that they've been accommodating, which is great. And I have a serious headache. I don't know where it came from, but Indianapolis, you're welcome, bro. Anytime. Will says to TMB, Alex helped me by touching up on a video he made about visa extension since I didn't know at the time whether or not it was easier to do it in the country or in the US. Yeah, so I'm glad I helped you with that for sure. That's it. Will also says to MT, sorry for the bad luck, bro. Yeah, pass the time with order food. I don't know if he can order food, depending on which hotel he's staying at. They might just limit him to what he's got going on there. Will says, Alex, do you keep up on the news by watching the Tiger Expat news outlet or your own personal research with your GF translating? A little bit of both. So, Will, I'll be honest, guys, this is no secret. I'm not hiding and hoarding my information. The purpose is for you guys. So I follow a few things. Palm helped me with the Thai translation of some of the things that get released sooner than does in English, right? So let's say the news gets released at 12 p.m. In Thai language first. We get the English version usually by 2 or 3 p.m. So that's about 2 or 3 hours that I might have the heads up on some people. But sometimes the problem with that is the Thai government has a little bit of like, they're not always certain themselves, right? They report one thing, but by the time Sunday comes around or it's published in the Royal Gazette, which makes it official, things may have changed, right? So luckily for me, I've not been wrong so far. But it could happen. But I do a little bit of both, right? So I get Palm to translate Thai news stuff for me, and I also keep up on the latest. Tiger is a little bit late as well because they're professional and they put a lot of editing and like they have journalists and bloggers and all that post it. So my information usually comes from other government sources within Thailand, but usually through Twitter or something where I know that info is really quick and fast, so I can bring it to you guys. TNB, is traveling with Southeast Asia affordable? For example, flying to BC for Ontario is 1K. Yeah, that's the other thing. Why would I go from Toronto to Vancouver where I can come here to Thailand and go to Mexico, Cuba for the same price and even have like all inclusive? In Canada, prices are ridiculous. Living in Southeast Asia, you can easily deal for $1,000. No problem. Anyone that says otherwise either has like a drinking problem, a smoking problem, a prostitution problem, or they are drug addicts, or they have expenses that are not on a regular level person. I myself live a very normal, happy, comfortable life for under 1,000, and you can even go cheaper if you like staying here long term and rent like a 12-month versus me doing monthly. No problem. It took 3 tries to get there, so I'm extending my stay. No problem. Glad to hear the MT. They put me at Castlemaine Hospital in a room. Great nurses and doctors. Takeout available. It's all good. I feel like I'm in a good hands. Excellent. So MT's had some great experience testing positive. He's living a decent life right now in quarantine, and he can get some food, which is great. Will Rivera, yeah, my wife watches Channel 3 News and this translate to me, especially that young guy who screams and sounds old. That's funny. Coming in a couple weeks, John Anderson, how's the air quality in Bangkok? Burma still burning fields. Yeah, so air quality in Bangkok's horrible. I have to say, but I don't really notice it since we wear masks outside, anyways. But the air quality here is horrible. 90% of the time, I can't see the sunrise or the sunset because it's just so smoggy. And I don't know if it's the clouds or the smoke or whatever. The quality, air quality is bad, especially in Chiang Mai. They do still have the burning season. So if you're going around this time or a month from now, it's going to be horrible in Chiang Mai, especially. Um, Indianapolis will come in April. Hope everything will be fine for us. I hope so too by then. And Thomas says, or Tesla. Yeah, Tesla problem. Empty. Air quality is always bad here. Exactly. All right, guys. So, 8 people on the stream. I thank every single one of you guys for participating. I think I'm going to end this because for some reason I've developed a headache. I never get a headache, but I don't want this to be something worse than it is. Aside from that, sorry for the low energy. I feel like you guys have been great, keeping me going for an hour talking to me. I appreciate it. To all you guys, I don't want to name every single person. And yes, TNB, I have been to Cambodia. Cambodia is a wonderful place, and I can't wait to go back. I might even go back after Thailand. I'm not really sure. Will, see you later, buddy. TNB, MT, Indianapolis, Thomas, John, Will, everybody. So, who did I forget somebody? No, I didn't. Okay, that's everybody, I think. Thank you guys for being on the stream. Um, I'll see you guys next time. Let me know if you have any specific content you want me to make. Keep tuned to the channel. I have some very interesting videos coming up within the next couple of weeks. I just have to edit them. TNB, talk to you on WhatsApp, bro. See you soon. See you guys next time. Bye.